Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and fear has certainly gripped cryptocurrency holders. Market's just been plummeting today, and the cryptocurrency bear market is here, certainly specifically for Bitcoin. So says one top analyst that I follow. I'm willing to bet that a lot of you follow him as well, but I'm going to share with you perspective from, I think, 5 analysts in this video. And I will tell you that 4 of the 5 are not the least bit alarmed. And even if Bitcoin is in a bear market now, and we're not going to be seeing a new Bitcoin all-time high anytime soon, even if it's years from now, which I'm not necessarily sold on, but even if that is the case, there's still so much opportunity. And so on a day like this, when so many people are scared and down, I'm going to offer you something that kind of paints what I think is a reasonable and realistic big picture of what's going on. And I've got an article from the Daily Hodl that covers some comments from Raoul Pal, who is a former Goldman Sachs executive who also happens to be very pro XRP. And he stated that, and I think it was around the time the XRP was hovering around $1. He said from there he thinks that there's a certain risk reward analysis to be done, of course, with what's going on with the SEC, but his bet is that it's an easy tenfold increase even when XRP was sitting around that level. So he's still thinking $10 plus XRP. And so like I'll just say this at the outset, like, to me it doesn't make any damn sense to feel emotions because Bitcoin went down, and it went down a fair bit today. It's below 40 grand. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Damn it. So here you can see XRP's at 70 cents. Bitcoin is down to $39,522. Market cap for the asset class down to 1.85 trillion. Bitcoin dominance still moving sideways for much of the last week and a half or so at 40.43%. And here's the crypto fear and greed index, about what you'd expect. It's at 20 out of 100, indicating that market participants are in extreme fear. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm a participant, but I am not in extreme fear. It's just another day, and none of this matters. And in fact, for those of you that have been following my channel, I've been highlighting analysis from multiple chart guys who said this is actually likely to happen. And we'll see whether the support holds or not, but it's still Bitcoin right now. It's at a level that is roughly where many analysts were expecting it to retest. At many points over the last couple of years, it's been either support or resistance. In this case, it's being tested currently as support. And if it breaks through, okay, fine, maybe we don't have a fun next few weeks or month or two or whatever it ends up being. But there seems to be some optimism here from most. And by the way, in terms of the price action, so there was this analysis done by Rakesh Upadhyay, chart analyst for Cointelegraph. And he covered a bunch of coins, but I just want to talk about what he had to say with XRP. The whole thing's on your screen. I'm not going to read it all, but he noted that the price level for XRP to watch was 69 cents, and that's actually, he said, as long as that holds, we're good, and that's what we had. That's the 24-hour low for XRP, 69 cents. Again, it's currently trading at 70 cents, so don't mind seeing that. And so he's expecting, to have that range, maybe upwards of even 91 cents for some period of time. But assuming that holds, to the upside we go, apparently. Now here is what my fellow XRP YouTuber, the Blockchain Backer, had to say. And nothing but love and respect for the Blockchain Backer. He happens to be the only analyst that I follow that does say that Bitcoin's in a bear market. I respect his perspective, and who knows, maybe he's right. I'm not an analyst. I just think it's interesting to follow everything, but because he's really going against the grain, and he articulates the reasons why he feels the way that he does. And so after seeing the price action today, he's just increasingly convinced that his stance has been correct. And so I'll make his chart full screen and I'll read what he had to say. And this is from just a little less than 2.5 hours ago. We tweeted this out. An absolutely hideous day for Bitcoin. It continues to provide unwavering evidence of its bear market structure in its bear flag. We'll dive deep in tomorrow's video. But anyone still thinking this thing is setting all-time highs again, we're living in different worlds. So he's definitely got some strong conviction. Again, nothing but respect. I hope he's wrong, but then again, he does too. Because he has publicly stated, he's like, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But and he has strong conviction, so again, respect that. But he wouldn't mind being wrong because he holds crypto too. If it goes higher, that's fantastic for him, just as it's fantastic for me and you listening. So we'll see here. But other analysts that I'm following, all of them think that this is normal, to be expected, and that we're going to be seeing moves at some point to the upside. And so I just look at that, and also when I consider the on-chain metrics, which indicate that people are not behaving the same way that you saw them behave in 2018 when the bear market was beginning, it just makes me wonder. Here is what chart analyst Credible Crypto shared with his 323,000 followers. And here, I'll make this chart full screen too. He wrote, "Nothing has changed. The second to last green and last red circle are examples of intra-week movement above/below our weekly level, but it means nothing without a close to confirm. Give me a close below blue and I'll change my tune. But for now, there is no reason to." So he's talking about Bitcoin there, of course. So he is talking about a weekly close. And we just had a weekly close literally yesterday. And I think that's when they counted it anyway, even though the beginning of the week is Sunday. I don't even know what the hell time zone they're talking about, frankly, because it happens. All I know is it happens at 7 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time. So I don't know, but that's what they're counting for anyway. But counting anyway. So the level to look for is roughly this $42,000 level. You can see where this blue bar is, where my mouse is moving right here. That's just being retested as support. And so the fact that it's below that level, Bitcoin's at 39,000 something now, that doesn't invalidate what he's stating. He's saying what would invalidate his expectation is if you have a weekly close below that level. But yeah, just intraday action below or above that, whatever. He's saying it doesn't matter. And he's expecting a move to the upside. He's not the only one. 23 hours ago, chart analyst Celeb Crypto tweeted out before the crash, waiting for $40,732 Bitcoin. And Bitcoin 24 hours ago was at 42,427-ish 24 hours ago. So he was calling for it to go over $2,000 lower, and it did. And so he once that happened today, he wrote, "Target hit, major swing, long opportunity here, in my opinion." So he's a bull. He's expecting this to go well. This was the opportunity to purchase, and he thinks it's going to go higher. And this is what I keep seeing from all of the other analysts that I follow. So who's right, who's wrong, time will tell. I'm just sharing with you what I'm finding here because I value the opinions of these particular chart analysts. Here's chart analyst Michael Vanderpop, who wrote, "Overall, areas to long have been hit. Not sure whether we bounce fully from here, but I'd like to get interested. The best times to trade or invest are when you feel less secure about it." That's the tweet. And so in general, since that certainly is true, when things are scary, that's historically probably a good time to buy. When things are feeling too good to be true, they perhaps are. Things can start to get rocky somewhat quickly. We see that time and time again. I've been in crypto since November 2017. It's just endless cycles like this, just while trending upwards. The trend is still up. So I just don't care. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. I'm a long-term type of dude. None of this bothers me. XRP, I still think it's going to hit its all-time high at some point. I still think it's going to enter price discovery. My bet has not changed in over 4 years. That's my bet. It continues to be my bet. And just because it takes years, well, first of all, that's what I expected. So that's sure as hell not a reason to get worried. The fact that it happens, it is the case that people get impatient and shaken out of markets, but I'm not worried about that at all. Now take a look at this from the Daily Hodl. Former Goldman Sachs executive Raoul Pal unveils massive end-of-decade prediction for crypto markets. So the reason I wanted to share this, it's because it's on a day like this where people are down and prices depressed a bit. Keep your eye on the prize, big picture. I'm not telling you to buy or sell, do whatever you want. I don't know your circumstances. I wouldn't want to be responsible for your finances, so that's why I make it extra super duper clear, perhaps irritatingly so, that I am not a financial advisor. I don't want anything to do with that, but I'm happy to share my perspective because I just don't think it makes sense to be down or fearful in times like this. And Raoul Pal, I'm sure he agrees with that. He thinks that this asset class is going to be way bigger. And so can you imagine just if you were forced to hold everything that you have and you couldn't sell for a decade, how much do you think that would be worth? And here people are panic selling. So anyway, I don't want to go through the whole article, but I did want to cover from the bottom portion on. So right about here. It reads as follows. According to the Real Vision CEO, so that's Raoul Pal, crypto markets could 100x from current levels and reach a $200 trillion market cap, even if there are slow years along the way. And here's a quote from Raoul Pal. We're at 300 million active users worldwide in digital assets. Essentially, it's growing at 185% per year. We get to 600 million plus, call it 750 million, by the end of this year. Even if we have a slow year, we get to 500 million. The year after that, it's 1 billion. So he's talking about people, a billion people. The year after that, it's 2 billion. Year after that, 4 billion. So I'll just pause. even if look, things do in terms of adoption technology, you do reach a point where adoption increases exponentially, which we are experiencing actually right now. That's true. So even if he's off and it's not like a billion and then 2 billion, which is half of the humans on the planet, even if it's not quite that, the point is, even if his estimates are off quite a bit, way more humans, more money flowing in, multiplier effect for XRP and every other crypto. This is why I keep saying, like, this truly can be life-changing for the everyday person out there. I really do believe that. I don't think most people, have the wherewithal to make that happen. I think most people, in patience and the emotions are going to get to them. But the opportunity is there for just the everyday person. That's so empowering. It's just incredible. There's never been anything like this for the entirety of the existence of our species. Anyway, his quote continues, though. The speed at which this is coming, people do not comprehend. And the movement, I think, from the $2 trillion asset class today to the $200 trillion asset class that's Jeff Dorman's talking about is by the end of the decade. $200 trillion asset class, I wouldn't mind that. Then he says, it's the fastest growth of any asset class in all history. The fastest adoption of technology in all history. And it's going to be the fastest generation of wealth in all history. That's what's going on. We all get lost in the day-to-day of the ups and downs in the market and, shouting at each other over, Cardano versus whatever. And it's just all noise. It's just noise. Because you've got the biggest, fastest secular trend any of us will ever live through. And we can participate. We don't have to be venture capitalists. We don't have to be the rich dude who's got the access. You just need to get involved. End quote. See, that's what I'm saying. This is the message that I keep espousing on this channel. It's because it's so empowering, and I firmly believe it to be true. So you got to decide if you want to be involved or not. And I'm assuming that pretty much all of you listening probably are. I'm willing to make that guess. This is a cryptocurrency channel, XRP centric after all. But man, that's why I keep saying, as I see days like this occur, so wouldn't you expect it? Crypto's volatile. What's scary about that? It's doing what it has done for 13 years. Who the hell cares? The trend is up, my friends. More and more people are getting into this. There's almost no money in the crypto asset class. It doesn't take much for prices to get bid up. So just a friendly reminder on what is a scary day for many. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.